This isn't gonna work well.
It's fun.
Hey, welcome to Dirt Guy Drive Time. Boom. Hey, it's the Thursday edition of my little broadcast where I basically drive in my truck for like an hour and a half, just going like this. Well, actually, for you guys, it's like 10 minutes of that, and then I upload that, and then people watch it, and the world is right. The world is complete when that little thing happens. So anyway, that's kind of my warm up. I was thinking about, I was thinking about clearing my throat. Thinking about how to jump into this thing today, and I'm a little lost. Can't talk about everything. I can tell you this though. Little work update. For two things about work. The first one involves a shout out. Yep, I think it's our first shout out ever on Dirt Guy Drive Time. And that shout out goes to a young man that is on my job site, and he's a foreman. And this dude is always happy. On a Monday, he's happy. He comes in, hey Steve, how you doing? And I keep telling him, hey, too happy. I need you grumpy. I need you cranky. No happy. What are you hiding from me that you're so happy all the time, you little bastard? Anyway, he's a hardworking, just uplifting young man, does a great job. And so today, my shout out goes to Austin. Austin watched my Dog's a Thug rap video that I made, and he thought that was cool. And then he actually took the time to look me up on YouTube and found this little show. It's amazing stuff, Austin. Hey, by the way, we don't talk about this kind of stuff when we're at work, okay? It makes me uncomfortable and everything. When we talk about this at work, I don't think so. Anyway, thank you for your kind words this morning. Greatly, muchly appreciated. Well, this just in, a complete stop on the freeway. Completely stopped on the freeway. Ha. As you know, that's because I think people are going back to work, and yet they're still shutting more of my state down for things. We'll get to that maybe. Oh, we will get to that. But I have a subcontractor. Well, I've got a few subcontractors. We've been pushing about 120 guys on the job, somewhere in there lately. Really busy, lots going on. Half of it's honked up, but there you go. Why should this month be any different than any previous month? Let's just be honked up, shall we? So we've got this stuff. It's called lightweight concrete. It's like an inch of concrete we pour on the plywood floor. It's for keeping it quiet, and I don't know. I don't know what it's for. It keeps it quiet. That's all I know. That's not the point, though. Back on topic. What was the point? I don't remember. The point was this. So, it's very crowded on my job. So the last time the lightweight guys were here, we stored some stuff in different rooms and had them skip those rooms so we could, when they came back the next time, get those rooms and more rooms. And that worked out okay. Well, this is their last trip here, my friends. And on the floor they're on, my door contractor has got it's like 100 doors sitting in this room. Now, whatever, they're doors, Steve. Who cares? Whatever, Steve, whatever. No, these doors weigh like 150 freaking pounds a piece. They're like the guest room entry doors, the ones that when you're in a hotel and you close them, they go clunk, clunk. Then it'll go like that. They go clunk, clunk, like a prison. You're inside the prison of Residence Inn. Something like that. 150 of them. We've been telling the guy for days, get these, not 150, like 100 of them, get these damn things out of here. And lightweight guys are coming down the corridor, and they've got like 3 rooms left, and they need to be in this room, and then they're done. The doors are still there. So I get a panic phone call from my assistant superintendent, and he says, hey, patron, we're screwed. So I said to him, where you at? I'm coming up. I put on all my gear. I walked up there, and I worked with my 2 assistant superintendents and one of the door guys who doesn't know his doorknob from a hole in the ground. And in great haste, in great fury, we moved those doors into the corridor. Hey, that kind of rhymed. That's amazing stuff. Doors into the corridor. And, I'm trying to set the pace because lead superintendent. Baby, I'm telling you, I can barely breathe. Oh, I'm so out of shape. My hands are killing me. I had to keep spitting on my hands because I got no calluses. I can't grip anything. They just shoop, shoop. So the conclusion of that story is I took 2 pictures of those doors, just the vast number of them, and I was getting ready to go downstairs and fire me off an email to the owner of that company saying, listen, I'm so sick of your shit. I'm done with you. I swear. No more promises, no whatever. If you don't have people here taking care of this on Monday, getting this job done, I'm going to tell my company we're getting somebody else. Screw you! That kind of thing. But you know, they sat down there and I was, you know, I'm trying to be like a godly kind of guy now. So I was analyzing my response, and I think I came to the conclusion that I probably wouldn't have given a crap, except I personally had to go up there, leave the comfort of my desk and my computer, and go up there and move doors. So I refrained. I didn't send the email. I didn't. I just said, c'est la vie, baby. So there you go. So we've got a shout out. We've got a work update. A little caveat on the work update that's going to lead to my next thing we're going to talk about. I got to tell you something. Ever since, well, it started 2 or 3 months before my exorcism. If you remember my exorcism from a few videos ago, it started before that. A lot of tension, a lot of angst, a lot of darkness on my job. And then there was the exorcism. My head went like this, like that, and all the way around, by the way. And so, but since then, specifically, my team has really been galvanized. I got to tell you, now that we're all in one room too, which helps. We're all in one room, not me in my office and them in their office. We're all in one room. We talk a lot. We swap stories. How was your weekend? Talk about our kids and stuff. It's really, you know, I'd say people don't normally look forward to going to work. I mean, most of us don't. It's something you got to do so you don't starve, okay? Although we take some joy in our work, but it's not like, woohoo, can't wait to go to work. But, you know, it really lessens the blow when I get there and I get to hang out with those guys. We just hang out. We collaborate on stuff. I got their back, they got my back. And especially when we all know that no matter what happens, I've already confessed, I'll take the heat. It's my job to take the heat, so don't worry about it. Let's just put the who's going to take the heat to the side and focus on the problems. And it's been going really well. Well, one of those conversations we're having today, my co-superintendent, remember I promoted him to co-superintendent from superintendent, doesn't change his pay, and nobody else in the company knows it, but I promoted him. That's how I roll, baby. So anyway, co-superintendent, and yes, so he's saying, so did you hear they're going to raise the gas tax? What? Yep. They're going to raise it like 2% or something like that. So, oh, and they're going to raise the, and if you drive an electric vehicle, because you're driving on the highways, you're not buying gas, and you're not buying gas, you're not contributing to maintaining the highways, which I guess I can see that part, but I think the timing is just piss poor. We are in the middle of the COVID pandemic, my friends, and whilst I am in a bit of traffic here, I know plenty of people with reduced hours, which means reduced paychecks, reduced to nothing car allowances, yada, yada, yada. And so let me ask you, government, knowing, all wise people, why in the hell did you raise my property taxes right in the middle of the vid? Why are you raising gas prices? Why are you, in the middle of the vid, making electric car people pay an extra $100 on the registration? What the hell's wrong with you people? We're already challenged economically because of this fucking deal, and now you're gonna make me spend more damn money. Who is running this show? We have a theory that says once the election is over, COVID will suddenly, miraculously be taken care of. You know, COVID statistics for you. I was looking up the statistics, and they say that they're putting us back on lockdown because there's been a spike in cases of COVID. So I said, okay, let me look at some data. And, you know, Google doesn't lie about nothing. So I looked at some data, and the number of mortalities is pretty much consistent. It's not increasing, it's just staying the same. Whilst I feel for those people who are dying or who have died and their families, the number of cases are skyrocketing, but the number of deaths aren't. Let me ask you this. Did we go on lockdown when there was, I don't know, the Scooby-Doo flu, whatever the last one is we had? No. Did a lot of people get sick? Yep. You didn't lock everything down. You didn't fuck up the economy over it. I keep saying that because it keeps pissing me off because I feel helpless, and that's going to lead me, I think, to my black fact. As you know, this is Black Awareness Month here on Dirt Guy Drive Time, and this will be our third installment. And let me tell you something about how you feel helpless. I am doing the best I can. I am working as hard as I can. I'm doing the job I can. And yet there is somebody in authority above me calling all the shots, and it doesn't seem to matter how it affects me or that they even give a shit about me. They're just like up there fighting amongst themselves for control, and I feel powerless to do anything about it. I'm powerless. I guess you can vote, but by then, I mean, first of all, how are you going to vote? Electronically? You can't go to a polling place. That's going to be fun. And so, I mean, do you write your congressman? He's part of the problem. No offense, Congress people. So while they wage war for America, they're fucking America. And I'm powerless over it. So here's the black fact. I think I get some things about our black brothers and sisters. I've been part of my studies and my mission on my other channel, the Vibe Church channel, where I do a little preaching every now and then. I've been studying some different religions, like Hebrew stuff and Islam stuff. And, you know, there's like what I've discovered in my short time, three sort of polarizing but significant black activists, speakers. One of them is, of course, Louis Farrakhan, who's Ferikhan, I think so. I don't know what his position is in the Black Islamic movement. I don't know, but I've listened to him speak, and I've also watched some interviews and some lectures by Malcolm X, and of course Dr. Martin Luther King. All these guys, and with the exception of Louis Farrakhan, Malcolm X, towards the second half of his ministry, shall we say, and then of course Dr. Martin Luther King, we're getting closer and closer to uniting Americans. But you hear them describing the condition of their people, the black people, is this position of feeling like you have no power over anything. There's nothing you can do about it. You're just going to get treated the way you're treating. It doesn't matter how smart you are or attractive you are or whatever. You are black, and therefore you are never going to get anywhere. We've taught them that. And so when you think about how maybe people, even I know people don't necessarily in the white world like Louis Farrakhan, but I'm listening to what he's talking about, and coming from the position, if I was to pretend for a moment, if that was possible, to be black, I get where he's coming from. Malcolm X, who, based on what little I know, and this is from movies and a few videos. Now, Malcolm X started off in that same movement, but then he sort of diverged into something more similar to Martin Luther King. And I have a theory, a conspiracy theory about that. And that is, I believe if Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X would have in some kind of way, maybe not joined forces, but had mutual events and combined efforts, I think the impact for the black people would have been off the charts. Off the charts. They had huge followings. They were excellent orators. They clearly communicated the goals of the black people, and then as black Americans. And so you think that Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated because he was an uppity black guy. And you think Malcolm X was assassinated because he was violating the Islamic code or practice. I don't want to say it wrong. I don't want to offend anybody. But perhaps, my conspiracy says, perhaps they were both eliminated to prevent a black uprising because Whitey wanted to keep it the way it was. So that's kind of a black fact discourse coming right here from the cab of my truck or Dirt Guy Drive Time. And it sounds to me like this is a long video. But there you go. You're not going to get one tomorrow because tomorrow is a day off for me. We're going to be celebrating part of our 4th of July tomorrow and then the rest of it on the 4th of July. So that'll be exciting stuff. Anyway, that's going to be it for this week, okay? You don't get a video on Wednesday because that's when my Vibe Church video goes out. Try to get you one Monday through Friday unless Friday is, I'm not driving. It's drive time, people. I got to drive. So there you go, Austin. Thank you to all of our black brothers and sisters, any of you watching this, even hearing about this. God bless you and Godspeed on your journey. Let us know what we can do to help. To my team, oh, you guys are awesome. And to my beautiful wife, Cindy Brown, the queen of everything, I love you. And I'm going to see you in just a few. Anyway, that's it for this drive time. My name is Steve Brown. And don't move to California. I'm telling you, don't move here.